Ow. Ow. Very, very much ow. Okay, lesson learned, people. Do not, I repeat, do not leave your UI interface while you are fiddling around with all of the settings. Where can I put that is not actually going to show on you guys? So I have tried, and that's probably better, getting a few tweaks to my avatar. Let me just reset that. Okay, she's looking up a bit weirdly. Hello there, Farsin, and Blue Cornflower. Hello, everyone. So, like I was just saying, I have done some tweaks to my avatar, so you're going to have to say if she looks a little bit weird at the moment, because I am... Well, I intended to do a little bit of testing beforehand, before I did the stream, but lesson learned, do not arrange responsibilities such that you get home at 6 PM and then realise, oh, I was meant to do a stream today, wasn't I? Yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. Let me actually just move a few things out of the way so I can actually make things go a little bit better. But yeah, hope everyone has been doing well, and as we can see, we have loaded into Stellaris once more. So I will say that so Saturday's stream, I have also got responsibilities, so we are going to be doing an evening stream on Saturday, and we'll obviously be just continuing with Stellaris as it is. Now I wonder with my eyes, let me just reset position. Okay, yeah, it is following my eyes just a little bit, not quite at the speed that I would necessarily like, so let me just fiddle with that a little bit more. So gaze sensitivity, I probably want to just turn down a little bit. You know what, we'll call that good, so, oh my goodness, yes, so I'm very much back here. I need to actually get some dinner sorted out because I have not done that, so I am just going to quickly do that in the background. That is the wrong browser window to do that in. Okay, open new window, and yeah, so we will go into Stellaris. So as you can see from the fact that it is only 22:47, we did not get too far into things last time. Basically, we have started as one of the new... we've started as one of the new starts, the Imperial Fiefdom. So we and up to four others, I think. Basically start off as vassals under a more advanced ruler. So we can grab this and zoom out so we can see. So this, the Holy Gliran Empire, is our liege lord. Oh my goodness, okay, that was a little bit loud, but you can see here overwhelming fleet power, technology level and economy compared to us. They're a lithoid race on a Gaia world, and then all the other ones in purple that we can see here are all our fellow vassals, and then this one here is us, and we are bordering this lovely empire here, a fallen empire basically. So their background is remnants. So this civilization once spanned the void, controlling much of the galaxy. They were eventually defeated and almost destroyed, but after a long period of destitution they are returning to the stars. However, they are also inferior to us, and they are rivaling one of my custom-made empires, the Mandasura Collective. So, let me just see. So we can't basically declare them our rival, because we need terrible relations. An envoy sent to harm relations or one empire must either be in the supremacist diplomacy stance or be a fallen empire. So I did call them a fallen empire, but that is misleading because they are not a fallen empire as the game recognizes them. So if you just, I will just start the game up and let it run while I secretly in the background get my dinner sorted out. So yeah, I've just basically come home, gonna order some lovely sushi. Do we have anything? Ooh, the Jolian Alliance.
Incoming transmission.
That's the one up here. They've been subjugated. Interesting. And establish an embassy with them, of course, why not? Wow, okay. And obviously someone else breaking off the commercial pact. Let me just see. Okay, yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so we have a new tradition available, so let's go do the bulwark of harmony, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing that completely incorrectly. Okay, so what else do we have? Not overly anything that we can specifically do. So we'll just probably wait and just wait for a few things to come through. Oh, okay, who's that? Who's just died? A scientist on one of our science ships. So let's actually just go. Where are you? Okay, so that was a good choice. You were the architect, or not the architect, the archaeologist. So that was a good option, a good choice there. So yeah, like I was saying, hopefully everyone's day has been good. Hope everyone's been enjoying themselves. We've got a little bit of a heat wave over here in the UK, so we've got a few interesting things going on.
Achieved.
Upassin, you're doing fine. That's good to hear. Hope things have been settling down where you are, and hopefully things will settle down with me as well. Oh, geez, goodness.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Okay, so right, so scientific breakthrough, so pop growth speed plus 10%, and let's pause here while we have a quick look. So we could go for a bit more of an edicts fund, we could go for a hydroponics farm, we could go for a civic slot, so we could actually reform our empire for a little bit, or we could go for tile blockers or terraforming gases. I think I will go for hydroponics farm for that. What do we have here? Planetary. Oh wait, yes. So we did get subspace sensors, so we can do that one as well. Might as well get it out the way. And what down here do we want? Probably the cruiser build speed and build cost. So also we should be, let me actually just check my account. Yep, so we should also be on the new well, not the hotfix as such, we should be on the new build. So we did actually have a patch released today which has resolved a few of the issues, so we should no longer be having problems where tracking is completely off. Actually, I'm gonna go and tweak my avatar. a little bit because she seems to be looking on the top right for whatever reason. We don't want to be doing that. Ah, right, got it. Okay, I've got it. So that is... Couldn't quite figure out where my eyes were meant to be.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Let's just do that a little bit. The thing is, some of these are... Oh, you know what? I'm just going to leave it like that. I won't fiddle around with it too much more, especially seeing as we do have a research finished, and I'm getting myself too distracted about everything else. Fleet supremacy, yes please. So who has died? An envoy and a scientist. Another scientist, so we got a spark of genius. So that could be very interesting. And Scholarium Explorer, survey speed plus 20%. Yeah, let's go for you. So you are... Okay, admittedly you are someone that is just assisting research on one of our planets. That is fine. And archaeological site. So the excavations carried out have somehow activated several ancient sentinel droids. So we can neutralize them. Minus 100 energy credits, but we get 3 clues. Or they will have to go around, which gives us negative clues. Well, 100 energy is not that much in the grand scheme of things. And of course this is going to complain about us being able to select an ascension perk, but I'm going to wait on that just to see which ones we actually have. So I think we are going to have to start laying down some claims. Rather unfortunately, that is 144 influence. And that does leave us enough to go here and start building a star base to claim this system and start getting resources from it. Oh. Okay, hopefully you guys didn't see that. But I do have a new mouse. And unfortunately I do have the issue where I sometimes...
Construction complete.
Flick my thumb up against the side, and because I've programmed the mouse to register that as switch between the active programs, it will do that, whether I'm intending it to or not. So that is a bit fun to try and
construction complete.
Remember why that suddenly happens. So I'm just double checking their fleet is still inferior to us, even though we have a very, very minor fleet ourselves. Let's build mining stations and research stations. And Galactic Alliance, who are you? Because I cannot remember. And Galactic Alliance. You are... Right click to go to your home world. Oh. Okay, yeah, the one that starts off in an alliance. That is fine. That is fine. Probably what we need to do is give this one a trade. No. We don't have a trade beacon or anything like that. Ouch. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna turn the volume down for myself because things are a little loud. Okay, that should be better for me. Okay, so insulting kingdom, so we can say how rude or that was funny. Yeah, we'll just say that was funny. And another Scholarium sensor abnormality.
Situation log updated.
Trade hub, that's where it is.
Complete.
And of course a shipyard and a fleet academy. All the essentials. All the essentials that we need. So, one thing that I absolutely completely forgot about. Give me 1 second to have a nice cold drink. Is that we can go here, colony designation, and we can scroll all the way down and we can say that this is going to be a factory world. So it focuses more on creating consumer goods than constructing alloys. So I had completely forgotten about this, and it was only when someone else was saying about it that I realised, oh yeah, I can do that, can't I? Rather than obviously building civilian industries is still useful, but rather than fiddling around with the policies and saying our economic policy is militarized, civilian or mixed, we can honestly just designate a world as a civilian industry or a forge. And new galaxy, new contact. So we have a xenophile, militarist and spiritualist. So we can just say you will embrace the greater good eventually. We are not xenophile ourselves, we are authoritarian and fanatic militarist. So we are neither xenophile or xenophobic. So I do try and roleplay things a little bit so that naturally we have kind of our own thoughts on everything. So where is that ship? Anything else we need built? Doesn't look like it. Or at least not in that area that this one cannot reach, so we will just disband that fleet. Okay, archaeological site complete. So the puzzle box, aligning the patterns themselves was not enough. They also had to be solved in a particular order, with the calculations of each step altering those of all subsequent ones in nearly endless permutations. As the last pattern clicked into place, the puzzle box exploded into millions of tiny points of light. The lights danced madly in the air for a few moments before coalescing to create words in some unknown language. Oddly, all witnesses to this event seemed to instinctively understand the message without even knowing the words. For a few seconds, before flickering out forever, it read, "You have passed the trial. We shall respond accordingly." Over 7,000 society research, and I have no idea what that is going to bring forward for us. I have no idea what that is going to bring forward for us. So we do have a Scholarium project there. Oh, actually it's probably better to go for that one first and then we can double back for this one. Yeah. If I have ever experienced that archaeological event, I do not remember it succeeding, so that is going to be very interesting to see what will happen. So I'm wondering, actually, we've got a triangle here. I think it might be worthwhile. Oh, we can get 7. We can have 7 star bases, so upgrading these 2 will be absolutely fine. And then we should be able to just completely push through here without too much difficulty. So we won't need to worry about reinforcing a starbase in one of these, oh lord, 4 systems. This is why I wanted to push up this way. That is why I wanted to push up that way, so we could actually manage those. How are you doing? 87% done with that research station. What is this just telling me? Planet has unemployed cops, so will automatically emigrate.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Yes, give me 1 second. Let me just have a look at the planet and see how it is doing. So we do have 1 like basic unemployed worker. So what are we lacking? Obviously, other than what it's saying the planet deficit is. Let's do... Yep, an industrial district for there. What are we missing out on here? Quite a bit, and there's quicksand basin and a deep sinkhole blocking 2 of our potential districts. So for this one, I think... Let me just Yeah, honestly, let me just have a think. Where are you getting rare crystals from? Or is that honestly just more because the specialist living standards require 0.01, so it's technically considered production? Yeah, I think that must be it. So we do probably want... yeah, let's get a mining district down there, seeing as we do have the good benefits for it. And there's 2 available jobs here. Oh wait, I was reading that wrong. So that was additional buildings, whereas this one has unemployed pops. Well, that means there'll be 1 job available there, 2 jobs there, and 2 jobs there to line it all up. So that will work absolutely fine. Let's actually bump the speed up a little bit more while we go and have a look at the research. Ship upgrade, yes. Ship upgrade cost minus 20% and ship upgrade upkeep rather minus 5%. So if you've not been around and you're not aware, so we are under our vassal as a scholarium, which basically means we get a huge boost to our research at the expense of our military fleets. Ow. Ow. Okay, so that is a physics cache, 4,000. Physics research. Okay, we'll move you up here. We cannot build the starbase quite yet because we don't have the influence for it. So yeah, we get a massive bonus to our scientific research, but we also sacrifice our military strength for it. So let's go and create a new fleet, and let's
Construction
go...
complete.
I always click the wrong one. I always forget which one it is, so let's do... yeah, so 12 corvettes and 1 cruiser.
Scientific
So we will
breakthrough
need
achieved.
3,800 alloys for that. And what else can we do here? So the mining drone laser is, as far as I'm aware, pretty useless, as is the disruptor. So I think we'll go for auxiliary fire control and just have that added to our ships and systems. Upgrade the fleet, yep, might as well. And then of course we also have this ship, which we just randomly salvaged, which has a bunch of technology. So unfortunately I cannot merge it
Have
in.
been made superior.
So that is, yeah, a cruiser derelict class. So unfortunately we cannot merge. What actually I should probably do, is instead dismantle that one. Oh no, I can't actually add anything to it. Oh, okay. Never mind for that one. And our physics scientist has died. So let's see if we have anyone good. Tim, do I want to be Overlord? Yes, that is something I definitely want to be considering. Also, hello and welcome into the stream. Hope you've been having a good day. Yes, I definitely think, or I definitely want when our Overlord Empire crashes and burns, I definitely want to flip everything and become the Overlord ourselves. Okay, so society cache. Extract some files about the civilization it supposedly hails from. They'll be entered into our databases for 4,000. Do I know what the name of the girl Overlord is? No, I do not. Okay, so we are just getting a Cyberx artifact for 1,000 energy credits. Yep, we will do that gladly. And which... so that is assisting research. That is not, but we do not... oh, okay, right. Okay, yeah. So I suppose technically, yes, I do want to be the space mistress. Yes, I do want to be the space mistress. But obviously we're going to have quite a way to go about before we could probably manage that. So it might be a little bit of work. Everything has to start from somewhere. That's how Stellaris slowly turns into a space BDSM. That is one way to think about it, yes.
Construction complete.
Okay, we can get a new tradition. So we will get defensive zeal, naturally. And then we will go back and actually recreate that fleet that I deleted, because I thought we could just add it to the Void Skulkers, but apparently not. That was not the one I wanted to click. Okay, so we could go for planetary FTL inhibitors. Yes, I think we will go for that one, just so that we can avoid an event where we have people coming in where we don't have a choke point, and they can fly in here and then fly around and bounce around all of our empire. Instead, this will mean that they will only be able to exit the system the way they entered unless they manage to get control of said system. And speaking of that, I presume, yes, you are still overwhelming. Guaranteeing the independence of an unidentified empire, close borders to a load of them, and is a target of a casus belli from 2 unknown ones due to ideology. I wonder if those are xenophobic empires that we have in our midst. I do wonder on that. How are we doing in terms of intelligence for you? Apparently we don't actually have an envoy. You know what, we're going to leave it because you are just equivalent.
Scientific breakthrough
and
achieved.
Just because of where you have been placed, you are basically blocking out your other two, or your two allies. Auto-curating vault. Bureaucrat output plus 15%. Would require 1 rare crystal upkeep. We're getting 2 a month. Or we could get a command center. Ship fire rate plus 5%. That is going to take us 37 months. I think that's probably going to be worthwhile. And we do have 1 unemployed worker here. They are not able to auto-migrate for slaves. And non-sapient robots can only auto-migrate if a slave processing... I'm going to have a look at this. I was going to say, who do we have in our empire that is a slave? Apparently these guys. So, aquatic, continental preference, enduring and conservationist. Well, let's set your rights as residency, because there is no reason, honestly, why you should not have just general residential rights. And that is an admiral dying. So we need another one of you. Aggressive. Yeah, we'll go for aggressive. Put you in. Population. I was gonna say, you should not be... Oh. Okay, it wasn't that one. It was this one, but they should not be slaves. They should not be slaves. So, I think colonization allowed, yeah, no population controls, no migration controls. Species is not being enslaved. Oh, wait, it's this one. Right, it's this one that is, Sorry, I'm going to have a moment to have a look at this. So, you are an Imperial Fiefdom Overlord. And you are the Glia. Yes, you are. However, you have already gotten a fracture because this species has Gaia world preference, which we can see here. But you've managed to create a splinter group somewhere which instead has ocean preference. We have one of the Gaia world people in our empire. We have 5 of the ocean preference ones. Why? Well, anyway, I found the problem. So they are now able to freely migrate across different planets.
Situation log updated.
Okay, Scalarium. So full enfranchisement. Work for equality and justice for all denzians of our empire. Okay, where is that? Okay. So we want to excavate and research projects. Thankfully, that is in the same place. And we have the space amoeba waiting for us. Oh, and we are in the positive for consumer goods. Good, good, good. I don't have to fiddle with anything. So anyway, I was going to say, these ones we probably want to consider. Yeah, damn. Should have actually given them full citizenship before I realised that, because being enduring plus 20 years will be fairly useful for us. Okay, we'll do advanced combat roles up there, and down here, yeah, powered exoskeletons. That will just take us 7 months to do. Yeah, we can see that this here has now changed from red to orange, so they will automatically migrate to other planets. Oh, Galactic Star Authority. Hello, fanatic militarist and spiritualist. So where are you? Over here, right. That gives me an opportunity to have a look. You do not seem to be one of those species that you were rivaling. Okay, hopefully the game isn't glitching out too much, because they're saying that the Opal Galactic Star Authority is both here and here, even though it looks like they've only got one. So, unknown origin. Yeah, let's toss an envoy. And here we go. Here we go, people. Questionable succession. We have received news about the ongoing chaos on Ix following the sudden death of Darat Akat Troket. The unpopular Teraway Akat Troket has taken the throne for herself with the help of the military, much to the chagrin of her siblings and the people of Ix. After the troublesome rise of Petway, many have started questioning the right of the Holy Glivan Empire to dominion over us. If they cannot keep their own capital peaceful, what hope do they possibly have to keep the rest of us safe? A starfish rots from the head down. So let's actually reduce our speed for a bit, because this is going to be juicy. This is going to be good. Let's see. Okay, who is technically unemployed that is not going to migrate? There should be no one who is unable to migrate, so we'll just keep an eye on that one. And of course we'll also keep an eye on this, because this is about to go boom. This is about to go boom. And we'll move you over there. Like, you're unemployed technically. Well, if you're in the Empire, there should be plenty and plenty of jobs around for you to go and do, so no worries about that. Well, actually, is the reason why... No, because this is a Gaia world, there should be no reason why you can't. Oh, and I was actually just looking at the governors when he died. So crime, leader experience gain, or unifier. Let's go for the experience gain 1. And food's arrived. Food has arrived. So I am just going to keep things just going steadily. So I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to manage streaming and eating. So I'm going to have to think about that in a moment. Oh, and we've got a fair few weapons up here. I cannot remember what most of them actually do. So let me just take 2 minutes to find that image I saved. I still need to remember which one of these are actually the good ones and which ones are the bad ones. Okay, so fusion missiles, B tier. Ripper autocannon, B tier. Space torpedoes. Those look like A tier. So we'll go for the space torpedoes then. Okay, so I'm just going to put this into, well, hopefully just keep going and just see how things are. So let me just mute myself for a moment, just so you don't hear all of the chatter, and then we will hopefully be back momentarily. Okay, so there may still be some... There may still be some kind of general noises around, so I'll try and keep those to a minimum, hopefully. But anyway, so you don't need good weapons if you have good pickaxes. Anyway, so space piracy. So attack van system, because obviously that has been a little bit neglected. So they have 489 fleet power, so we actually won't send that one into combat, because we won't. Sending that one into combat is just honestly asking for trouble. Okay, let me just... Okay, it's not coming through too badly, thankfully, the sounds. I don't want to drown out what I'm actually trying to do here. But yeah, I will try and avoid too many eating noises, because at the least I don't like them. So, yep. Hello there, I'm not a bot, no problem for the lurk. Thank you for popping by. Hope your day has been going well. Okay, I just need to arrange all this stuff on my desk. Make sure
Construction complete.
I have enough space for everything. Okay, I think that is going to be good. Eating ASMR? Oh, I hope not. I honestly do not like... I'm not a fan of ASMR myself anyway, so the microphone is on, but I am just going to naturally keep that on, just so people are aware I may not be talking as much. There's someone unemployed here and here, and we need a few more industrial districts. So here we go, we've got the questionable succession. Okay, so this looks like someone else. Someone else has claimed the throne as well. So before we had a female ruler, and it now looks like we've got a male ruler. They build the mining stations. Move the food off my keyboard so I can actually shift select. So, topical question of the day for people. If you go to a sushi/Japanese restaurant, what is the one dish you always will order? Oh lord, my avatar looks really weird eating. So yeah, what is the one dish you will always order at a sushi/Japanese restaurant without fail? And I'm not talking necessarily about the I'm not necessarily talking about a dish that you really like to have. I'm talking about a dish that if you don't get it,
Scientific breakthrough.
you feel like you've missed out on the entire reason for going there. Yes, game. Please give me a moment. Okay. Society research. Could go for military academy. Farming subsidies. I think we'll go for the tile blockers because those are a little bit annoying at the moment. And archaeological site. So the Broken Gates ruins. It does not take long before one of our scientists find alien remains. After the first corpse is found, we start finding remains all over the slums, be it in the streets, in what would have been their homes, or hanging from the most remote parts of the ceiling. It is unclear what killed them, but it is a grisly sight. Well, definitely interesting, if nothing else. So I'd have to say, what my one dish... I honestly would have to say there's one that the place that we ordered from does is a dynamite roll.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
And that is honestly, okay, mining, I was going to say mining drone laser, that's not new. That's not new, I've just forgotten about it. That's not new, I just forgot about it. Okay, so is there anything here that is particularly... Yeah, let's go for the Hyperdrive 2. Hyperdrive 2 and have that one there.
Construction complete. Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Okay, right. Still eating a few things, but I'm not going to have to worry about it all getting cold while I while I talk through what's going on here. So we needed a bunch more. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Okay, so that got us some more information about where some of these... Okay, you have a long choke point down here. Thank you, Lucas World. And yes, Tim. So, there we go. A Cybrex artifact recovered. Thank you very much. And there we go, Cybrex home system located. So where has that one popped up? There we go, Cybrex Alpha. I forgot to take the sticker off my forehead. Okay, I guess I could take it off now, can't I? I guess I could take it off because I'm still eating, but it's not going to be as rushed. It's not going to be as rushed. So that is our construction fleet, so we can send that over there, and then one of our science ships we will... Oh, apparently you don't have a scientist. Whoops. Oh yes, and we completely lost all of our scalarium as well. Oh well, we'll do you. We'll do you. There we go. So survey system. The Emperor is dead. Long live the Emperor. Indeed. So we obviously have Casus Belli on all of these ones here. Not sure if we have a... Yes, we do.
Our ships have been made superior.
So we do have a Casus Belli on them as well. And then we can start grabbing up all of these. Oh, the Gemini of Golovia becomes a subject under the...
Incoming transmission.
Okay. And yes, thank you. Well, this is going a lot easier. So when I was doing the testing, I decided that I was going to choose the option to just go on our own. Okay, so let me just have a look. So subject integration prohibited, expansion regulated, conflicts, subject conflicts defensive, overlord conflicts defensive, restricted voting, a diplomatic freedom, but I can get a holding on your planet. There we go. So that was the one that we were actually going to potentially integrate into our system. And of course, so broken commercial pact, migration treaties, yada yada yada, and then peace offer. So this is a bit oh Lord, a bit chaotic. That I have no idea which one of those many ones are, but this is us now. We are unfortunately kind of a beige brown. Oh right, yeah, because that comes from our, I think that comes from our primary colour. Maybe I should have chosen a better one. Anyway, we get influence from anyone who wants to now expand. They basically don't have anywhere to expand to, however.
Our ships have been made superior.
Okay. Broken gates -3 clues. Yes, I'm just trying to see. The kingdom of the... excuse you. You just said you wanted to be a vassal under us, and now you are claiming my systems. You do not get to do that. You do not get to do that. Negotiate the agreement. Unfortunately, we cannot prohibit the expansion. And we cannot propose new changes for 5 years. So apparently we can still go to war against them. And yes, we will indeed join the Galactic Federation. So that is building up a mining district. Good. Time for some aggressive negotiations. Indeed. So unfortunately we are going to need some influence banked for all of this. But hopefully one of the things we can do is actually we can now build up our fleets a bit more. So we have 80 fleet capacity or naval capacity. So we can go across here. And let me have a look. Sorry, I'm not quite sure what you're referencing there, Tim. Is that something an issue with me or just something an issue in general? Anyway, so 20 corvettes and 5 cruisers is 40. 16. Don't worry, okay. 2, 3, and 4. There we go. So we need 6,200 alloys to reinforce that fully. Let's have a look at the market. Because that is going to be... Yeah, let's see if we can buy a few extra alloys. So we would need 9 and... Yeah, that is why I get confused about when we manage the fleets. Because here, shift clicking adds and minuses 100, whereas control adds and minuses 10. That is why that is so confusing. And obviously I just want to have a look. So I think here actually we will make this. Okay, we cannot set colony designation or capital world, unfortunately. So ascension tiers. So it costs us a little bit over 1,500 unity. Planetary designation effects will be up 25%. Empire size will be reduced by 5%, and automatic resettlement destination chance plus 25%. Unlocking all ascension perks increases the planetary ascension cap by an additional 4. Yep, no problem. I'm not a bot. Have a good nap. So unfortunately, we can't really do a designated world. And yet that is putting us into the negatives. However, what we can do, how much are minerals going for? Just the basic 70. So we'll sell 70 a month just to see how things are going. And the Teth aliens. So that is over here. Okay. So do we have the influence to talk to you and propose subjugation? Yes, and you will accept it straight off. Look at that. Wow. Loyalty plus 80%. Wow. That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, okay, we'll see what we can squeeze out of you then. So propose subjugation. Obviously they will not like integration. Restricted voting. Expansion regulated. Yes, we can have that one. Subject conflicts. Whether the Overlord is obligated to join wars the subject is directly involved in. Overlord. No. Okay, you won't like that. So if we say all to that, unified sensors, you don't overly like that. So what if we threw in... So if we gave you 30% of the basic, 15% of strategic, or research, yes? Okay, so it would need both of them. I'll pass in knows where to find chill channels. Well, yes, indeed. Pass in, I have found a few chill channels through him as well. Anyway, so we can obviously do this. Hopefully that's not going to impact our one, so we need 69 more influence to be able to do that. However, we do have... Oh my goodness, you are at war with basically everyone. So this is why it gives you a 30-year casus belli. Because those fleets are still going to be overwhelming compared to yours. Where is that? Okay, oh my goodness, that science ship was not the right one to select. I thought there was a path between these two. I thought there was a path between those two, but there is not. Phase 2 will pass in and then back to murdering neighbouring space kingdoms. Excuse you, we are not murdering them. We are
Scientific breakthrough.
We are
achieved.
adding them to our empire. We are not murdering them. We are not subjugating or integrating them. We are just adding them to our empire. Wormhole travel. Yes. Wormhole. Oh my goodness. Wait, did I clicked buy instead of sell. Whoops. Whoops. That would be why our energy is tanking so much. Okay, slightly false assimilation. Yes, that's better. That's better. Putting them in our space capture dungeon. Not yet. Not yet. So we are producing a decent amount of alloys, plus the ones that we are buying. We are okay on consumer goods. Okay, scientist leader experience gain plus 25%. Fine. And that is society research, trade or commercial pact. Yep, sure.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
That will make you a little bit more friendly towards us as well. And there we go. Empire size from population minus 10%. There we go. Psionic theory reduces that by 8.64. Yep, hello there. So the new follower thing is obviously when you follow, you will get 300 points. And that is just if anyone wants to pop in and have me explicitly say hello. Because obviously sometimes if people follow while I'm offline, I won't necessarily get the message. So that just allows them an option for me to go, yep, hi, hello there. I see you. I acknowledge you. Thank you very much for the follow. Okay, thank you. I will take a drink then. I probably also, seeing as stream elements popped up, I also probably need to take my medication as well. So excuse me one moment while I move my microphone out the way. Because normally I have done this before the stream. Normally I've eaten and everything before. Fill the streamer with hydration. Someone tried that when I first had the redeem. They redeemed it like 7 times in a row. And after that I went, okay, I've learned my lesson. I'm going to put limits on those redeems. Limits on how often they can be redeemed. Limits on how many people can redeem in one stream. And also limits on how often one specific person can send it. Oh, was it you, Lucas World? Was it you who tried to drown me? Or was that you tried to drown me after I'd put the limits in? Haven't redeemed anything over here. Okay, that's... Honestly, that's fine. I just, I have... My memory for some things can be so bad. So it was just kind of... Thinking it's like, okay, I know. I remember there was one person that redeemed a whole bunch of hydrates. One after the other, which is why I put the limits on, but I could not remember who it specifically was. And yeah, I can't remember what the cooldown on that redeem is, but there is a cooldown on it. I learned my lesson after the first time. There we go. A birth of the galactic community. So one thing I do want to see is Ramu Prime has 45 trade. Gilprim has 9 and Wenkwart has 15. So not overly that great trade to try and get the galactic market on ours. We can always try, but it barely ever really works out. Let me just see. Okay, so you are expanding down, so we should be getting a tiny bit of influence every single time. Every single time you decide to come down here and grab a system.
System survey complete.
And oh my goodness. Okay, anyway, build Starbase Outpost. Yes. Thank you. Authority of Scorpio, where are you? So unfortunately we do not know your fleet power or anything like that.
Achieved.
So they must be at peace for us to propose subjugation and plasteel materials. Oh yeah, I think I remember you saying about that. Some water spammers as well made a drink 3 liters in one stream once. Yeah, I think I think I remember hearing about that, yes. Okay, so I am going to do the destroyer whole points research and just get that out of the way, and I'm just going to go and put and in a couple of minutes I'm just going to put some leftover sushi away, because when it comes to things like this I always order more than I know I'm going to eat, because it means I get leftovers for lunch the next day. Oh, okay, so I'm just basically finishing up with a couple of mochi, and then I'll be putting the rest of this in the fridge for tomorrow. Pause, select our options. So we could go for gene modification. We could try and get a few things. Good bladder cleanse. Well, yes. So funny story. So this is vaguely tangentially related. So my parents used to put like a windscreen cleaner wash in old like flavoured water bottles. So we'd buy from the supermarkets, we'd have these bottles of just flavoured water, flavoured fizzy water, and my mum used to have the habit of putting all of the windscreen cleaner into that bottle. It was pretty much indistinguishable from the regular water aside from the blue colouring of it. So one day my mum goes into the pantry wanting a drink, picks up one of the bottles of water, takes a long sip, pauses, thinks, hang on a minute, this isn't sparkling, what's wrong? Brings it into the kitchen and realises, oh no, I've just drunk windscreen cleaner. So for that evening she was just sitting there downing like drink after drink after drink to flush it out of her system. And it just became one of those things. Okay, so we'll get the tile blockers done. It just became one of those things that we joked about. And my aunt, her sister, the following Christmas, gave her a present and said, it's like, oh, if you don't like the vintage or the brand, like, don't worry, we'll be able to go back to the store and exchange it for something else. And my mum opened it, and yeah, it was a bottle of windscreen wash. But yeah, my mum was absolutely fine, nothing to worry about. It was just yeah, the immense hydration and bladder cleanse just reminded me of that. So what can we get here? It's probably going to be a good idea to get yet another research station down. The research labs, I know that is just the general workers rather than the specialists. And okay, I will just let that run while I go and put a few things back in the fridge. Actually, let me just have a quick look. Okay, so you are still researching all of that over there. Suramu Prime. Okay, so we need to get you back here and assisting research on the planet. Okay, be back in, like, hopefully less than a minute. Okay, just going to be munching down on some mochi. We are going over this. So, insidious plot uncovered. So, the Divine Camarian nation are plotting to deceive us. Ooh. Not good. Archaeological site. Okay, second layer. Finding unusual remains. Seem to have perished much in the same way as their poorer neighbours. Okay, someone has made peace with someone else, and soon enough we should have enough influence to ask another species to become our vassal. Okay, apparently we can do it straight off if we really want to. Expansion regulated, yes we can go for that, okay. No, they will not accept the Overlord thing. Okay, so we'll just have to put that to no, fine. But it does mean, and it's only 75 influence now. There we go. And 3, 2, 1. Bit more than just 3, 2, 1. There we go. There we go. So they have accepted. If you agree to defend us from all the horrors of the galaxy, the Prince Electorate of the Themisian shall become your subject. Very well done. So we have the Tronsaru continuance that we need to ask in as well, and then the Glia Empire is going to be the big pain for us, because that is sorry, Toxica, you caught me mid-eating. I was just finishing up my sushi dinner. Oh, we are doing well. So the stream got off to a little bit of a late start because I had some other responsibilities, and I pretty much got home at 6 p.m. when the stream was going to start. So I don't know if you were able to catch up on the previous stream, but our Overlord's empire has very, very much shattered, so you can see all of these here. However, all of this bit in brown that you can see is us and our vassals. So we had one of them, so the Hanvalia or the Valnaka Palatinate decided, were the first ones to say, like, yeah, this galaxy is too strong for us to stay independent. We will become a vassal under you. Then the Hanvalia asked, we just sent a message over to the Prince Electorate of the Themicians to ask them. So we got a response from them. They have accepted, so they are our vassal as well. So we ourselves are not that powerful, all things considered. However, we are mopping up quite a few different places. So the Alpha Refuge, this is yes, the robots, the ancient caretakers. Please, my kind British space overlord, clean these border gore. You've not been doing well. Oh, you did not see the end of last episode. Okay. Admittedly, nothing too much interesting happened. It was mostly what's happened today. But yeah, things are at least starting to shape up well. So the blessed? I'm going to say blessed. Panax a la Foundation are a little bit hostile to us, but they are pathetic. They are pathetic in power. The Mandrasuras, the hive mind plant people, are the one that we are going to need to keep a good eye on. I can imagine they will be very, very unwilling. They propose subjugation, no, because they are at war with the Mandrasuras. So who else do we need? Well, we can't ask you into a subjugation. Can we? Can we? Can we? So, okay, right, I was thinking that it's kind of like they're already in a federation, so they should not be able, or we should not be able to ask them, but we can. But no, minus 1,000 is basically this is never going to happen. So, allied Galia. There we go. Okay, so these are not part of our empire. They are just using the same colour as us as camouflage. That may have actually worked. So what we want to do is obviously make sure we have as many potential vassals as we can. Obviously, we can see here that the Holy Gliran Empire are at war with pretty much everyone. Did they fool you? Yeah, they pretty much almost fooled me as well. I was kind of going, it's like, I don't remember us actually getting any of the Gleer people in as a vassal yet. So, good work. They almost succeeded. Okay, so we will do another industrial district for here. That is going to use up the last of our districts. And okay, you've already emigrated somewhere else. Okay, so we should, let's actually see, offer migration treaty. Okay, we can't actually do that. Okay, apparently minus 100 because you are slaving despots. Yeah, you can see here they are inferior in terms of fleet power. So your friend said with the latest DLC it's more like Crusader Kings. with how revolts work on top of revolts. Yes, so if stability gets low enough on a planet for whatever reason, you can get revolts, and if you don't manage it in time, they will completely flip and become independent, which has been an interesting thing. And there has also been situations where a vassal goes to war against someone. So, for instance, say... not those guys, because you are xenophobic. So, the Julian Alliance here, say we were allied to them, but we had the Gleer Empire as one of our vassals. So, the Gleer Empire goes to war against the Julian Alliance because they have placed a claim to a couple of systems.
Scientific breakthrough
So,
achieved.
because the Gleer Empire is our vassal, we get called into the war. But because the Julian Alliance is our ally, we get called into the war. So we end up fighting against ourselves. However, they actually pushed out a patch earlier today, so the immediate problems have been fixed. But yes, there are situations. We did have a revolt at or close to the end of last episode, so we had to do things like agree to give them extra consumer goods, which was like 20 consumer goods per month to increase the stability, and then we had to do all sorts of other things. They've also patched it so that if you get a planet that has low stability for whatever reason, it will have a cooldown on it. So I think it's 4 years if you inherit it from another empire, and 8 years if it is an enlightened primitive, I think. Don't quote me on that. But you have, obviously, when you inherit a planet, you have a good number of years to actually get it stable now before potentially it can revolt. But yeah, saying that this DLC has made it a bit more like Crusader Kings is very true if you are obviously playing with all of the vassal and overlord stuff, which obviously we are doing. But yeah, this is very much like our previous Crusader Kings 3 campaign, where England fractured into a million pieces and we were there on the edge taking advantage of everything. Of course, speaking of Crusader Kings 3, we are without a doubt going to be playing that on the 31st, and we are going to be running a campaign as, needless to say, Iberia, because the whole little flavor pack is going to be focused around that part of the world. Okay, so we've got another tile blocker we can remove, and let's go for Xeno Diplomacy. That's probably a good one, seeing as the Galactic Council has started. Ooh, and here we go. You have declared us a rival. So does that mean... Yes, we can declare you a rival, which gives us 0.5 influence a month. Like, you know, you'll be playing as a Jewish person there under the Muslims. Yeah, you have said that before, and honestly, I really need to have a look to see who I want to play as, because there is going to at least have the potential to have a load of interesting configurations isn't the right word, but obviously loads of different options, especially with like the struggle mechanics, the cultural options as well. There's going to be a ton of stuff that we have the potential to do. Okay, archaeological site. So shortly after we enter the third layer, one of our people suddenly turns around and savagely attacks a colleague. In the aftermath, we are completely unable to get anything sensible out of the crazed scientist. So our scientists stand ready to check the final layer. So there we go. So you can upgrade our capital building, planetary administration, to planetary capital. Yes, we will. That's 25 population. That has 22. This has 58. So we don't have the next option, or we don't have the next technology to upgrade from that. But when we do, I think we'll be able to do that pretty much instantly, I think. Yeah, Crusader Kings 3, I'm definitely going to need to figure out who I'm going to play and what we're going to do, because there are just so many potential things we can do. And this place, obviously, we will do another mining district and remove the deep sinkhole. Winkwood Prime, you are the one that has the active volcano. Okay. And there we go. Wormhole travel has been unlocked. And I think, yep, the energy credits, because we are running a little low on those. So honestly, we are pretty much just going to be waiting for all these wars to figure out. So Toxic, I really think you'd like playing as El Cid. I think he is in Castile in one of the time periods, though he is unlanded, so I would need to go in and do a little bit of configuration to give him a tiny bit of land, which I have no problem with doing. Let me just see. Crusader Kings 3. El Cid. Let me actually just get that spelt right. Okay, that's for Crusader Kings 2. That is not the one. Let's see if he's under the interesting characters in Crusader Kings 3. Unlanded. Let me just have a look. No, he's not listed under there. 1 second. Sorry. Apparently according... Okay, no, that is from 2012. Oh, geez, you... Right, that one is from 2012. Okay, he is at Sancho's court in 1066. Ah, there we go. Okay, so the link on the Crusader Kings 3 wiki is purple, which means I have looked at this person as a potential start. Okay, so a one-county kingdom in the Pyrenees. Your claim over the Kingdom of Navarra offer opportunity for expansion without disturbing the wasp's nest that is the Andalusian Muslim factions to your south. You will have to pick your battles carefully though. The neighbouring Emir of Zaragoza and the Duke of Barcelona are both stronger than you, but you also have the rest of the Jimena kingdoms watching your back. If you can take the peninsula, the world is your oyster. So obviously not going to be 100% accurate to El Cid, but that could definitely be an interesting one. Like I said, I will have to have a look at things. But, okay, let me have a look. So I've no idea if this is randomly generated or if these traits are going to be specifically an option, but it looks like he is diligent, calm, generous, brave, a 4-star military education, and I think that's peasant leader. So he definitely has some good stats on him. But anyway, less about Crusader Kings 3, more about Stellaris, because that is the game we are playing at the moment. So it would be nice if we can get the Julians here, because they are...
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
So 100 influence. So let's just have a look to see what can we offer you that will sweeten the deal. So distance minus 500. We're never going to be able to negate that. Yeah. Neutral attitude minus 20. Distance minus 500. Threatened +1 though. What is the lingering threat so far? The lingering threat is probably going to be the Mandasura Collective, because you can see they have worked their way all the way up here. It doesn't look like they've taken much land from the Blessed Panaxala Foundation, though they have an inferior military strength compared to us. And oh, the Valdari have also wandered in on this. 2 separate wars. So the Mandasura are equivalent to us. I did not mean to go to their home planet. Other than that, you are inferior to us. Equivalent. Let me see, is there any other... Okay, so here is... Oh no, the 001 Knowledge Seekers, that's not the same one I was thinking of. Because there is a 001 Matrix that is an... Oh goodness, what's the word? Determined Exterminator. So that is interesting. Let's have a look on... You are pathetic against us. Who do we have here? You are pathetic. Harmonious, you are pathetic. Oh my goodness. Julian are inferior. Yeah, honestly, if we are honestly just going for military strength, then the Mandasura, which is a collective, a hive mind plantoid species, so they are not xenophobic or xenophilic in any way, and the Abyssal Ascendancy here, who are a xenophobe, are equivalent to us. But honestly, I think we've snowballed. Honestly, I think we've snowballed, and this just shows how strong the vassal scholarium start can be. Okay, fusion missile. Where is that picture? Okay, B tier. So it is a G slot item, so not always useful. I think we'll actually unlock the Starhold. So diplomatic weight or Xeno diplomacy in 10 months, energy stakes in 12 months. What do we have on the docket? Form the galactic market. Basically, everyone wants to support that. We unfortunately only have 810 diplomatic power. Or diplomatic weight anyway, so... I don't know why I can't help but picture a small green-haired girl on a high chair calling people pathetic. Oh, you gotta complete the image. She has a little paper crown on her head, and she's got a oh, what's the word? Scepter in her hand. She's sitting up on a high chair, and she's just, every time she calls someone pathetic, she's just going across with her scepter and just going, pointing at them, pathetic, 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 pathetic. You are all pathetic, and you will be my vassals. Scientist died, so we need a green expertise. Oh, psionic. Yes, we will recruit you anyway. Those psionics, let me just... A scepter that is a makeshift spork. Well, I did say she'd made it herself, so... Let me actually just see. So, psionic. Which science research is this going to be the best one? Or best to research in psionics? If I can find it. Okay, so society research. They slowed up engineering and physics as well, just to see if there are any psionic ones. Okay, purple is rare, red is dangerous. So purple, nothing on engineering from the looks of it, nothing on physics. So you would need to be in society research to be able to unlock all of those. It is pretty small. So psionic theory, zero distillation, telepathy, thought informant, precognition, interface, side jump drive, psionic barrier, psionic shield, and drive stimulus. Okay, so society research. Okay, I guess we didn't need you then, because that is exactly the person we actually needed. So, I believe this is still true. Let me just shuffle around. I believe this is still true that these traits, so like expertise psionics, expertise field manipulation, make it so that the relative research options pop up a bit more frequently. And the same is also true if you have the, not the spark of genius, but the other one, the icon that looks like Einstein, basically. That one allows you to go for, or is supposed to increase the chances of you getting some dangerous technologies. I'm not quite sure what the Julian Alliance thinks they are going to get from over here. We can build ourselves a mining station to just get that bit of extra energy. And we do need to just have a look. Okay, so still got a few wars going on. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not sure if I've ever specifically seen World Shaper before, but... Ooh. Interesting. So they have the Reanimators Civic. That makes them very, very dangerous. Warrior culture and efficient bureaucracy. So we have our next tree. So adaptability, diplomacy, domination, harmony, supremacy, subterfuge, prosperity, or mercantile. So diplomacy would be nice if we wanted to try and be an overlord that is kind and diplomatic to everyone. So envoys employing relations have a 1% chance each month of acquiring a favour, and adopting all diplomacy traditions we will get plus 10% diplomatic weight, 1 available envoy, and obviously 1 additional ascension perk. I am honestly tempted though to go for supremacy, rule with an iron fist. So adoption effects, naval capacity plus 20 and army damage plus 20%. And then obviously we have some lovely things like spilled bead cost and ship build speed, ship upkeep, naval capacity, fleet command limit and admiral cap, ship fire rate and orbital bombardment, and damage versus star bases. Yeah, we are going to go for supremacy. And while I think about that, okay, apparently we do have, because I think we've researched at least one psionic thing, we can go for the psionic ascension. So normally I go for, where is it? Do we not have it unlocked yet? Engineered evolution. Okay, we need gene tailoring. Normally I go for engineered evolution because we can then completely tweak things. I've dabbled in the flesh is weak, but I've not overly done psionics. So I think we'll actually go for mind over matter. There we go. So a glimpse perhaps of the future that awaits us. So modify props by adding the latent psionic trait. The Psycorps building is now available and psionic armies can be recruited. And what can we do for our third one? So we could, even though we are also an overlord, we could also try and become the Crisis. So let me just go back up. Which one is it? So there is one of these. There we go, shared destiny. Okay, so shared destiny before would just give you a bit of bit more kind of influence, but not actual influence, just I'm using influence because I can't recall quite the actual name for it, but that gave you a couple of extra envoys and a bit more diplomatic weight. Now, however, if you decide to go for the Overlord option, your subjects do not suffer monthly loyalty penalties from you having multiple subjects. So this does not affect us because we have the civic feudal society. So because we have feudal society, we can have as many subjects as we want, and we will not suffer any penalties from having multiple subjects. What would happen if we became a crisis, asks Toxicite? Nothing too much at the moment. So it would unlock this tab here, become the crisis. So it means that we get points every time we go to war and destroy a starbase, invade a planet, wipe out an empire. We get special ships and the like. I have tried it twice already and neither time has it worked out well. However, saying that, I have been thinking about kind of maybe going a little bit xenophobic. So let me just see. So which one of you? Okay, definitely not you. Okay, definitely not you. So do we have any xenophobic? No, we do not have any xenophobes. Okay, right. So I was thinking about it, and when we obviously get a potential xenophobic faction, we can potentially flip over to xenophobia and decide that, well, in a role-playing sense, we can kind of go, it's like, all of these people are so weak and so pathetic, they need guidance. Let us unite them under our banner. Our banner being a banner of war rather than diplomacy. But given where we are, it could be something possible if we basically kind of bide our time, build up our vassalage over here. Then we obviously have this empire here that no one's really going to care about it. No one's really going to care if they get destroyed. The Blessed Panaxula, they are incredibly weak compared to us. The Mandrasuras are the only ones that may give us a bit of trouble. So what will your vassals give us? At the moment, Blue Cornflower, it's not too much. So we do have a couple where, let me just see. Actually, it's probably better. Situation log, no. Contacts. There we go, agreements. So we can see here, so the Hanphilia. So if we have war declared upon us, they will come to our aid. Similarly, if they get declared upon, we have to come to their aid. We're not giving or getting any resources, but we could do like a negotiation to change it all up, because from my vague understandings, like the higher the loyalty is, the easier it is to actually change an agreement in your favor, because obviously they've been under your vassalage for a while, things have been going good, so you can kind of press them for a few more resources. The Therian League is similarly subject and overlord conflicts are both defensive. We can also put a holding on one of the subjects' planets, so we can go here, and basically we have a few different things we can put there. So we can do an aid agency, so aid workers produces amenities for the subject and unity for the overlord. Emporium, So they transfer energy credits to the Overlord in exchange for amenities. A Ministry of Energy produce -3 energy credits for the subject and +4 for the Overlord. A Ministry of Extraction, they produce -2 minerals for the subject and 3 minerals for the Overlord. Metallurgist produces -1 alloys for the subject and 2 alloys for the Overlord, with an increase in mineral upkeep for the subject. Ministry of Production is similar with food and consumer goods. Ministry of Science will give us +3% research speed. So every Overlord science ship in orbit gives an additional 3% research speed to the Overlord, to a maximum of 9% research speed. However, the subject must be a Scholarium specialist. A Ministry of Truth. Overlord propagandists turn subject unity into influence. Offered Foundry turns subject minerals into alloys for the Overlord. Orbital Assembly Complex gives an additional 10% planetary build speed and produces 3 alloys for the Overlord. A Garrison, so -10 crime, +0.5 monthly loyalty and -5 happiness. Satellite Campus, consumer goods into research for both the Overlord and subject. And Vigil Command. So Overlord Beholders raise the defense platform limit for the Overlord at the cost of subject alloys. So there are a good few things. So in our agreements we have the Hanfalier and the Caesarians, the Valnakar as well. We can get a holding on each of them, but the Prince Electorate of the Themesians we do not have a holding slot because we kind of gave that up to get them under our protection. And okay, so I was thinking there was at least one vassal that we were giving basic resources to, but apparently not. So very much at the moment it is a bit more
Construction complete.
I suppose like a federation than
Scientific
a
breakthrough
vassalage
achieved.
agreement. Okay, diplomatic weight, we've got that. And psionic army, it's popped up already. Yes please. Yes please, we will have ourselves a psionic army. So I will need to compare that against the Titanic beasts that we have from the Gaia world, which, oh my goodness, I cannot believe we got that. Honestly, I cannot believe we managed to get that. So obviously that will take a little bit of a while to filter through. But what we could probably do, we have 100 naval capacity and we've got 3.1, 3.2 alloys. A Pictling Star Coalition. That is a familiar name, but I cannot place it at the moment. So we will go to our fleet manager. So we have a naval capacity of 76 if we are completely reinforced. So unfortunately, we cannot add anything to this one, which is a shame. So Suramo Station, and I think we will put you on Wenkwarp. So we can give you another one there. And okay, so no, we'll do you down to 6 and you down to 6. And that will be 88. Oh, so someone has been completely wiped out from the galaxy. I wonder who did that. I do wonder who did that. So I think we will leave a little bit of fleet capacity or naval capacity for when we get the next one above cruisers. I cannot remember what that one is. As bad as it sounds, I cannot remember what that one is. So I think also what we will do is we will remove the option to buy a bunch of alloys, because that is 7.59 gold, or energy credits rather. That is a big chunk of change for us. And there we go. So Toxica asks, whatever happens to wipe out empires? Do their people migrate to other planets at all, or are they just dead? So they can survive because depending on obviously like all of the, not the leaders thing. So we can see here, for instance, so let's just take these people, the Gulk Furky. So we could potentially have these marked as slaves based on our like policies. So slavery is allowed. Resettlement and land appropriation are both allowed. So it could be that we conquer a few planets, get a couple of these into our empire, and they are marked as slaves. If you are something like a hive mind, they will automatically be set to purged. If you have a migration treaty with someone, then potentially you could have the species on like an ally or friendly neighbor, so they could still be around there. Or sometimes they could just immediately, they could just die out. It just basically, in short, the majority of the time, yes, they will survive because they will either be on the planets that you have conquered, or they will have naturally, through migration treaties, moved to other planets. On the occasion where they cannot do a migration treaty, and they are things like a hive mind, then yes, they will die. Okay, so our leader unfortunately died. So that means we get a new ruler, so new ruler traits. Warlike and fertility creature, which will continue on with our next heir, but he also has explorer, which is absolutely useless for us at this point. Okay, so we have our Starhold available as well. Destroyer hull points, might as well. Destroyers are basically not worthwhile at all as far as I'm aware. You are pretty much just better off completely ignoring them. Oh. That might be a small problem for us. Oh my goodness. Okay, pausing to take a drink. Pausing to take a quick drink. Right, so my personal game that I was playing when the DLC dropped, when the Empire completely fractured, we had our trade treaty completely cut off, so I wasn't aware that had happened. Yeah, there we go. Thankfully, we were selling a bunch of minerals, so we can sell less of them now.
Incoming transmission.
There we go, we're in the positive for everything. Establish embassy from the Mandasuras. Sure, why not? And obviously this is going to be a little bit of a waiting game, so let me actually just see. Attacker 55, 78, 50, 75. Okay, yeah, these are going to take a while. Those are definitely going to take a while from the looks of it. So you have, you are holding this one and this one up here. It doesn't look like anyone's come in to claim any of your territory. Oh, this one. So you do have a lot of war exhaustion because you have pushed through a few things. You are inferior. We could push all the way through to Mythar with some claims. Especially seeing as you've finally taken that little bit of territory. There you go, 286. Yeah, we can't ask them to be our subjects because they are still at war. The ancient caretakers will not care because they do not engage in diplomacy with us. We cannot ask the Cruvarian Alliance in because they are in part of a federation. The Harmonious Tau Akua Commonwealth. Let's see. Propose subjugation. Distance minus 500. So basically they're not going to accept because there is too much actual space between us. And obviously we do have the Golkverki Wildlings, the Marauder clan, which I don't think we can actually destroy. So that's going to be slightly aggravating. We don't... Oh my goodness, do we not? Actually, that is an interesting situation. I will move you over because I can't quite see, but it looks like the only path out of their empire is this one through the Marauder Empire. In which case that would explain why they haven't actually managed to get anywhere, because they are stuck. They are basically stuck unless they have a gateway or a wormhole in their system. They have an L-gate here, but that's only going to take them to the L-gate cluster just outside of the galaxy. That's not going to take them really anywhere useful. If they open the L-gate, they're going to have to deal with all of that. It does mean that they could potentially pop in... Where is R? There's R1 is in Ascension's End. So that means they could go through the L cluster and into there. But to get there, that would open up the L-gate in every single... That would open up every single L-gate across the galaxy. Which means everyone will be flooding into the L cluster. Okay, the Tronzaru Continuance. Custodian Protocol 625-1 activated. Message follows. Attention, organic civilization. Widespread biological vulnerabilities have been detected in the Edex population. In order to ensure your species' viability for the Custodian project, all major population centers will require inoculation. Bio-injection units are prepared for dispatch to your space upon positive confirmation to this message. So I know that this can be very much a coin flip, positive or negative. Positive, I think, is a permanent thing. Negative lasts for 10 years, so we will say, yes, we will do it if it is for our own good. So these will have unpredictable repercussions. Until these repercussions are revealed, our pop's happiness will be reduced. Well, we will go for it. Because, yeah, as far as I'm aware, you don't really want to upset the custodians. Okay, so we can get some additional buildings on these. There's one available there and one available there. So I do want to obviously just keep on pushing out research on this planet because it is perfectly aligned. Populations are going to mutate. Mutations are not necessarily a bad thing. If it means that we suddenly flip from loving arid worlds to alpine, that may be a bit of a issue. That mutation may be a bit of an issue. Oh, an archaeological site has finished. So the final layer. As soon as the final gate opens up, waves of intense psionic energy wash up upon our scientists. It seems to have been a large temple with a massive dais or altar in the middle of it. All across the walls there are huge diagrams of different star systems, and a repeated one seems to centre on Giedi itself. The few scientists that remain find it's an imposing machine fashioned in the form of an old altar. Let's tinker with the machine and see what we can find. Okay, as they start tinkering with the machine, they are suddenly beset by a shared auditory hallucination. A screaming command by something to be unearthed and unshackled. Visions of a creature ripping apart the Giedi system plays over and over as the creature's demands grow shriller. As several of the scientists fall unconscious, unable to deal with the unabating torrents of psionic pain that rack their bodies. So we can say rip the machine apart before it can cause any harm, in which case we gain a bit over 2,000 engineering research. Or we can say to let it out. An eldritch horror will be released in the Giedi system, and the event incoming transmission happens in 10 days. Tim, all people will turn into VTubers. You're telling me I can become a waifu? Let's go! So, I'm not sure I've ever encountered this. If I have, I think I've said to rip it apart. The question is, do we let it out? Because it could potentially be on our side. So, Tim, if you know what this event chain potentially goes through, you don't like this event, or should we not let it out then? Toxicite says, let it out, roll the dice. I'm just going to wait for Tim to voice opinion on this. Stellaris' pain. Yes, it can be. Hello there, Zudwa. How are you doing? Hope you have been having a good day so far. So I think, based on that, yep, I think we will take the risk and let it out. So we have an eldritch horror. You love the first reaction. Yes. So we do have an eldritch horror here, and obviously hostile fleets are present. Oh my goodness. Is that meant to do that? Wow, that was wow. Yes, oh my goodness. Wow, okay, that has basically shredded everything in the galaxy. Yeah, shattered world, a black hole, and a dimensional horror, eldritch horror. Is this why you don't like it, Tim? Hello? You are... Hello, you are definitely interesting. Okay. Incoming transmission. Finally. Bow down, mortals. Grovel before me, and I shall grant you protection and wisdom. Oppose me, and I shall be your end. So, we can say it was a mistake to release you. The Adex galactic hierarchy will become hostile to the Eldritch Horror, and we will gain 150 influence. Or we can say Adex galactic hierarchy will rebuild their starbase in the Giedi system. Eldritch knowledge modifier added, giving the following effects: research speed plus 6%, and biological pop growth speed minus 10%. You know we've got to do it. You know we've got to do it, people. Tim, when you met him, he tore 2 of your planets out of existence. It doesn't look as Jesus, though. But yeah, okay. Oh, great one. Embrace your wayward flock. So you have chosen the path of wisdom. Everything is as it should be. It will be as you wish, great one. Space Jesus. Maybe space flying spaghetti monster. Okay, we have now found beings far surpassing anything encountered in our Empire's spacefaring history, life capable of growing to an unprecedented scale, rivaling moons in size and mass. Nothing could have prepared us for this. This day will forever mark a turning point in the story of the Adex galactic hierarchy. Let us hope we survive long enough to tell it. We are but motes of dust. So unfortunately... Oh no, actually the archaeological site finished, because that was what led us to this. However, we can research the projects, because we do still have a Scalarium project there. So that potentially is going to give us some interesting research. Speaking of, you are still at war with 5 people. You are still at war with 5 people, so we may need to just chill on that for a bit. So shielding options. And I think honestly, yeah, we will keep going down on the quantum, getting the
project complete.
okay, engineering cache. Received a report from the specialists. Found the remains of a small vault that once held materials, now empty. Left behind some blueprints. Okay, so... so 2000 engineering research. Okay, well that's fine. Not sure, but it seems if they killed him, they get a trophy or a bonus of some kind. Don't remember. Yeah, I think there may be a bonus of like I think it's an empire-wide one, so like down here, instead of Eldritch Knowledge, we would get Leviathan Slayer. And I don't know if that gives like 5% military bonus or some such. But either way, we have...
Situation log update.
That Eldritch Horror there. It's got a skull on it, so I have no idea how powerful it's going to be. That is going to protect our system very, very much. He's weaker than Leviathan. Okay, I haven't encountered Leviathan too much. Because honestly, with just so much going on... Obviously, I have Leviathan. I have all the DLCs. I've just because of the sheer number of things and the randomness of the game, I haven't overly encountered Leviathans too much. I have no idea how powerful they all are. I just know that if there's a skull there, you're not strong enough. You're not strong enough to fight them. That's all I really know. Yeah, okay. If Leviathan can destroy 35,000 fleet, this one can deal with 15k or something. Okay, so still... It's still going to be decent enough, especially seeing as we have, like, 3,500, and basically everyone except the Glier Empire is registered as equivalent or lower, so that is going to help shield us from quite a few things. It's going to help shield us from a fair few things. I do wonder if it actually might be worth trying to get the Blessed Panaxilla Foundation in as a subject rather than fighting them, because that could be fun. Okay, so the Glier Commonwealth has made peace with at least one empire. Oh, no. Still at war with 5, apparently. Geez. This is going to be a while. Did I check my subject's loyalty? Let me just go and see. So yes, basically the weakest one is the Sutherian League at plus 58. But every single one of them has an increasing loyalty per month. So we've got 2 at 100. Obviously, this one at 78, and then the Sutherians at plus 59. Okay, right. So, the inoculations given to us have proven of immense benefit. So, pop growth speed plus 5%, and leader lifespan plus 10 years. So, that has essentially reduced the organic population growth negative we got from the Leviathan. The Eldritch Horror, from 10% to 5%. And yes, we can build some holdings. So it is potentially good to have a look. We will need to see what we want to build, because some of these... So like we must have various technologies for a couple of them. We need a subject to be of a specific specialization. But let's see what we could do. So we could do this one, turn subject consumer goods into research points, seeing as we are very much a research focused one. Garrison, which obviously would reduce crime, that's at 12%. There are a few things we could do. Emporium. So we could give up some amenities for energy credits. I think, honestly, we will go for the satellite campus on every single one. I think we'll just go for a satellite campus on every single one. So we can start doubling down on that. We can really start doubling down on that. Who is this one? Oh, the Cytherian League. That makes... that's fine. Ooh. They are suddenly superior in fleet power. That is interesting. Yes, we are thirsty for science. We are thirsty for science. So there is one base level job here. Can we? Yes, we can get rid of that active volcano. Okay, so this is a spiritualist and conservative values. A new one. Let's just see. Okay, empty shells, no synth rights, secular state, and embattled minority. Okay. You do not like anything at all. You do not like anything we are doing at all.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Yep, let me just get to that in a moment. Yeah, still no xenophobes. But honestly, we might be able to argue it with our military might anyway. Armoured torpedoes. I think those are a good one. Let me just check. Yes, I think those are right up at the top. I think. Maybe. They're either right at the top tier or just the one below it. So those will be very, very good. And once we've got a bit more research... This faction popped up because you have this worm in your black hole now. It wasn't the best choice. Well, I mean, we have gone for the psionics... not ascension path, but we have decided to go down the psionics route. So you could argue that, yeah, we could actually just ban robots. But actually, let's just do robotic workers... Outlawed. Yes. Robotic automatons are a threat to not only our people's livelihoods, but to the very fabric of society itself. And one of our scientists has gained research speed military theory. Is that a vague, not attempt, but kind of a vague hint towards some innuendo? A worm in a black hole. A artificial intelligence. Those synthetics have their free will removed, unable to perform ruler jobs and more complex specialist jobs. Okay, this is what I was thinking. Sapient AI assistants. We want to keep that under servitude. I don't know why I'm laughing so much at that. Okay, right. I've just realised we have been sitting on a fair amount of influence where we can clean up the last of these little areas that we need to go and claim.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Okay, we got our psionic armies. Yes, yes, yes. And sorry, my cat just did something and there was a huge crash. Thankfully, I've got someone here who can go and investigate. Okay, anyway, society research from researchers plus 20%. So we will go for that, especially seeing as Wentworth Prime is our science base. So hopefully, because this is just being showing as red because there were no jobs to go to. They will instead go to Gilprim Prime when there's some opportunity for it. So population of 25, so we'll be able to get there in a moment. Of course, I just hear my husband going to talk to the cat, and then I just hear the cat meowing back. Okay, initiating data store transfer. So what do we get? Precursor data catch for 10 years. Plus 25 to physics, society, and engineering research from jobs. Yes. Yes, we want that. We definitely want that. So what is this giving us? Monthly loyalty change is basically 0.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
So we get okay, 7.41 research from that one. Ooh, 8.8, 8.8 and 9.7. Yes, I was just about to say, it's like the older he is, the more talkative he is. Are you talking about my husband or the cat? Yeah, admittedly part of it is that obviously when we first got Ollie, he was fairly young and obviously new home, new environment. So a little bit of a shy, nervous little giddy, but he has very much grown into his own over time. And he does talk to us quite a lot now, which is very, very cute to see. So we've got networked movement. Not really. Let's go for the capacity subsidies, because obviously energy credits rule everything. Energy credits rule everything. The Senate floor. Buzzword standardization. Yeah, let's... Oops. Oh, jeez. That hiccup wasn't because of the sudden appearance. It was genuinely just a random hiccup. Yes, we'll throw our vote into that. We have a diplomatic weight of 934. The Glivan Empire has 3.9. Damn, where are you? You are xenophilic anyway, so you should not be too much of a threat, and you are down here as well. Okay, and yep, still in 5 wars. You are an overlord of 3 different people, so yes, we are probably going to be fighting against you at some point. And yes, we can see that these have changed from red to orange, so that was very much a red for, hey, we can migrate, but there are no jobs, so we won't be able to. We'll just be going from unemployment on one planet to unemployment on another. So obviously we have not min-maxed our research, so we are still at 500 and some change. I know some people, when they were going through the Scalarium start, that some of them were getting like 1,000 research by like 2230. So we do have one who can't migrate, but that's probably because... No, there are 4 jobs available. Billion. No idea. Maybe that's just because you are a habitat species, but one of them has just popped over, so I think, yes, that may be that you just can't. And there we go. So we get, rounding up, 8, 16, 24, 34, 43, 52.
Construction complete.
6170, so we get 80 research across the 3 for that one. And obviously the Therians have put a commercial forum and private research enterprises on that one. So another peace thing for that one. And yeah, let's just keep on boosting up the shields. I know shielding isn't necessarily the best option, because sometimes it can be better to completely get rid of your shielding and just rely on hull points, especially with how the regenerative hull tissue has been buffed. Which actually, speaking about that, there are two big things coming in the next planned Stellaris patch, and that is, let me just find one of my science ships. So unfortunately, to do the automatic surveying, normally you need to research that and actually get it. And similarly, the enable auto research, insufficient progress in AI research. So that also is locked behind a research chain. In the next patch, they're actually changing that, so you can get automatic surveillance and auto research from the beginning of the game. And while I'm not, I don't usually use enable auto research, but having automatic surveying available from the start of the game is going to be major. Because if you've seen any Stellaris streams or any Stellaris videos, you're always going to see people manually selecting where they want their science ships to go. So being able to, as we did here when we started, obviously at Ceramo, I sent a few, a science ship kind of up here to explore down here to try and find the choke points. And being able, once I've done that, to just click a button and say, okay, just go and automatically survey everything around it, is going to change things so much. Okay, so an operative in the Corvarian Alliance has laid their claws on part of an encryption key. So code breaking +1 against them. So where are our envoys? So the Abyssal Ascendancy. So yep, that is you right here. And I think we will do a gather information option. Because I really, really want to know if that is your only way out of your tiny little empire. So, we know of a good... Okay, fleet not ready. We could hire a leader from them, but we're not really needing to do wars at the moment. Upgrade this to a planetary capital. Of course we will. And yeah, subjugation casus belli. How well are our vassals doing? Can we see on an immediate thing? Not really. So let's see. Do you have a specialisation for anything? Technocracy. Replace some politician jobs with science directors. And obviously slaver guilds. So we could try and turn you into a scalarium. Negotiate agreement. I think, yes, we will turn you into a scalarium. So this obviously means that you will have less option, or fewer options, for military. But it does mean that we will get 30% of their monthly research production on top of what we are getting from having one of their things. So we can say... Yeah, let's leave the holdings limit at 1, and we will say that, yes, sure, we will come to your aid for all conflicts. Okay, is that calculation meant to be correct? Okay, so this will cost us 149 influence. We are not at war with our subject. Conversion to Scalarium will take around 240 days. A base time of 30 days. From 77 empire size, plus 1,540% conversion time. From being fanatic materialist, it halves that. Right, I'm not sure that calculation 1,540% is meant to be there, but Oh, and it will cost us 3 unity. Oh. Okay, well, I think that's worthwhile to proceed with that one, simply because you are well suited for research. Sutherian, you are free traders and ruthless competition. So do we have a suitable one for you? So Prospectorium, focused on research production at the cost of reduced research output. Or Bulwark, specialist subject type focused on military prowess. Tributary you won't accept. Okay, so no, we can't overly change yours. The Valnaka, you are Philosopher King and Exalted Priesthood. So no, nothing overly there. And the Prince Electorate of the Thamessians. So warrior culture and distinguished admiralty. Cinema favour or something and he'll agree. Yes, so the only thing I'm worried about is obviously our influence cost, because we obviously want that to keep going up. So we could make this one, seeing as you are fanatic militarist as well. So we could make you into the basically our men-at-arms almost. So defense platform damage and hull points up 50% each. Defense platform build cost and upkeep down 25%. 2 extra defense platforms plus 50% starbase damage and starbase hull points. So we... Okay, we can't actually reduce that. Okay, so we are... But you won't actually allow that. If we did that, would you? No, you wouldn't. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that will cost us another 3 influence, so that will bankrupt us in terms of influence. Admittedly, I'm just trying to think. So, vassalage. So we are getting 0.25 from some of our subjects already. Rivalries and governing ethics, but yeah, I think we will have to wait for either to get an additional bit of influence or for us to basically cap it out. Okay, there we go. Started converting to the Scalarium specialisation. And there we go, agreement accepted. And the League of Burneye 3 made peace with the Holy Giran Empire. So we're getting a few of these now becoming subjects once again. Oh, and actually you've been taken over. Have you? Oh, interesting. Okay, so who is the new big boss of the system then? It's not you, it's not you. Not you. It's you. Okay, so you are apparently overwhelming, even though you've only got one tiny little place. So you have taken over all of these areas. However, we do have most of them around. Okay, so you do have 2 sections. So you've got this one and this one. I don't think that's overly going to be much use to you. And let me see. Okay, you are still at war, right? Okay, fine. Hello there, Odd Top. A long time before, or long time no see before, since I've seen you in the stream. Hopefully things have been going well with you. Been up to anything interesting recently? Or just work as usual? Let me see. Who is this one that does not want... Yeah, honestly, I think this one's kind of stuck here just because it doesn't really have any other places it can go. So you know what we're going to do? Another research lab. And that does also remind me, so we do want... So we have titanic beasts on this planet, which means we can recruit a small number of titanic beast assault armies. So our basic one is here. Apparently damage has been buffed a little bit, so 2.02 to 4.05. Same again in morale damage. Health and morale are both 200 and has an upkeep of 1 energy per army. Built a beautiful mech from Legos. Or you've got to post some pictures onto Twitter if you haven't already. If you have and I've missed it, please tag me. I've got to see it. Then we have some assault armies from different species, which are pretty much the same. Damage, morale damage, collateral damage, health and morale. Then we get down to the Titanic Beast. 6.07 to 12.5 damage. Morale damage, 12.15 to 24.3. 300% collateral damage, 1000 health and 600 morale. And then the Psionic Army, 4.05 to 8.10. So obviously basically double the regular army. Half collateral damage. Morale damage is basically on the same level as the standard damage from the Titanic Beast. Health 350 and morale 500. As we see here, soldiers gifted with psionic abilities. Their focus on destructive psionic powers has led to drastically different tactics and strategies on the battlefield. Their first objective is always to remove the enemy's willingness to fight. So are you still reanimators? Yes, you are. So you only post it in your Discord, but you'll pop it on Twitter too. It's so cool. I can imagine. So, reanimators is... It's an interesting civic. So, a military academy building is replaced by a dread encampment, granting necromancer jobs and allowing the recruitment of undead armies. Defeated organic armies are sometimes resurrected as undead armies. Defeated organic leviathans can sometimes be resurrected. So if we went to war against them and we put in a bunch of titanic beasts to war, there is a 1 in 3 chance that they will be able to resurrect that titanic beast once it's defeated and basically turn it into one of their own attacking armies, which means our bonus of our army bonus will then become theirs, which is not a good thing. And oh my goodness, I've just realised it is gone 9 o'clock. I don't know if Ollie's had his dinner yet. Okay, he has.
Construction complete.
Okay, that is fine. Okay, I'm just going to have a look at that link from you on top, just to see. Okay, you say it's cool. Admittedly, I find that is, I would more say cute and adorable, but still, like and retweet. Ollie will let you know. Well, I mean, primary feeder number 1 is here, and so he goes to bug primary feeder number 1 over feeder number 2. And yeah, necromancer armies, Toxicite, can be instrumental if you build them right. Anyway, we have enough traditions to get another enough unity to unlock another tradition. So what do we want to go for? Build cost and build speed buffs, upkeep and naval capacity. Yeah, I think we will go for that. So we've got down here a couple of fleets that we probably need to reinforce a little bit. If we do that and that, then we can get a third one the same, so 20 corvettes. and 5 cruisers. And there we go, 120 fleet power completely used up. However, it is going to need almost, well, over 14,000 alloys to get to that point. So, yeah. So it may be a bit longer. Where are we on our research? Okay, armored torpedoes in 4 months. So I think when that finishes researching, we are going to need to go into Fleet Manager and readjust a few things, because odds are the ships that we do have are being auto-upgraded. So when we research better shields, better armor, those are going to automatically be applied to new ships that are going to be built. It's going to also mean that we need to upgrade these to get those new options. I think holdings I'm just going to minimize because I'm not overly interested in that, same as factions. I was going to say, why do we have a science ship?
Scientific
That is just hanging around, but that's because they can't really do anything. You can do a few things. We'll build mining station and then send you over here to build the starbase outpost. And then where is our... Okay, that is the last one we have. Okay. There we go, armored torpedoes. Elgate in sight. We are going to be opening the floodgates with that, rather unfortunately. Okay, so what do we have? 1S and 1G. So we will use the UV laser and the armored torpedo. 100% shield penetration, 50% armor damage. Yeah, let's do that. And then 2 plasteel armor, 1 shield. Let's do shields level 2. No, that's not going to be anywhere near enough. Actually, we will forego the shields completely, and instead we will put regenerative hull tissue. So daily hull regen plus 0.5% and daily armor regen plus 1%. Take off auto design, save that. We will do similar with the destroyer, even though it is basically never going to see battle. I think we will probably leave that at that, and all of those, yep, that looks fine. We'll just leave it as it is. Broadside bow. So we do have a missile bow with 2 small and 1G. 2 small, 2G. Plus P and H, so point defense, and I can't remember what it's called. So I think broadside bow, we will go for the missile core instead, and then that will get us 2 sets of armored torpedoes, and for the small slot, for the auto cannon, minus 75% armor damage, probably not. Although it does do extra shield and hull damage, so yeah, we will put 2 of those on, and then 1 level of shielding and more plasteel armor. There we go. Okay, and the defense platform. So we want this to be... So we do have a H. Okay, so we will do G, or with 2 G slots and 1 H slot. We'll get the basic strike craft in, and the armored torpedoes, and I am basically guessing here, so do not take what I am doing for a guaranteed knowledge. I am basing this on what I've seen from other people, so we will do that. And once again, regenerative hull tissue. Auxiliary fire control, chance to hit +5, no. We'll just leave that as it is. So these are going to need volatile motes, which we don't have. Let me just see. So that is the armored torpedoes are going to need volatile motes. So the good thing is, actually no, we can't buy them. And I don't think we have any in our system either. Do we know of anyone who has them? Basically, have we figured out anything? The answer is no. And apparently I completely missed a research project over here, so we're going to send that over there. Your subject has finished converting to the Scalarium specialization. Okay, so yes, we are getting 30% research from them, which is definitely going to pay off. And we are also getting a satellite campus. We have a satellite campus. So there we go. That should all be, fingers crossed, where we want to... Oh, there we go. And yes. Okay, right. That is very, very interesting. Oh, okay, so we can... Right. Rival. Declare rivalry. No. But we can send someone to harm relations. Or did I just send someone to, No, I did send harm relations, okay. Declare rivalry. Confirm. And actually... Does that 3 influence a month only occur when a vassal is changing over to a different type? If that is true... let me just move all of these things around. Okay, anyway, so we want to change you from a protectorate to a... Okay, yeah. That will, actually, yeah. That will work. And you won't like that. You'll just say defensive wars. And yeah, we will proceed with that then. Actually, never mind. Yes, there we go. The Abyssal Ascendancy. We'll pay, teach them a lesson. 3,000. There we go. Have fun, guys. Have fun. So on top, I wanted to get into Stellaris, but it seems so complicated. You need something more handholdy like Civ 6. I'd like Civ 6 in space. Honestly, you say that. It's actually one of the more user-friendly Paradox strategy games, and I genuinely did not plan this, but they've actually got a free weekend on Steam. Let me actually just bring it up. So honestly, yeah, play for free, ends in 3 days. So you could honestly download it, test it out, have a play around. I wouldn't necessarily say that you could probably look at some of my series for understanding and inspiration, but yeah, that gives you a couple of days to at least have a look around at it and see how it goes for you without much of the risk. And if you also want, I should potentially be able to send you over the text document I have that has all of the custom empires that I've built and gotten from other people. It was honestly one of those things that you just toss into a text file of your own on your own computer if you are interested in that. You could have... actually, no. Never mind, because that wouldn't actually work, because mine runs on assuming you have all the DLC, so you would have to make... You would have to make a bunch of changes. But I will say, if you do download it and try it out, there is the I cannot remember what it's called, but it's like the United Earth Alliance or something like that. It is humanity, pretty much baseline stuff, and that is recommended to just play the game and get used to it. But yeah, you can go through and see what you think about it and let me know. Okay, so they have accepted that and finalized it. Unfortunately, it has crashed our economy a little bit, so I think we'll have to remove a few of these and readjust. So we might be able, so that will become a bulwark specialist in 421 days. Let's do a term negotiation. Let's do that, and we will say expansion permitted, though that will yeah, I think we're gonna have to try and rework our economy at least a little bit. Yeah, this is definitely going to be fun. It is definitely going to be fun going up against them, because that is almost perfect placement. Basically, so we have 14,000 fleet power there, and there's another 14, 18, 30,000 there, and another 14,000 there. So that's 58,000 as far as I'm aware. Okay, so they've got a raiding fleet of 6,000 up against this one, and if they have equivalent to us, they're going to get slaughtered. They're going to get slaughtered. I don't know if a Marauder Empire will be able to actually take out a rival empire, but if that does happen, I wonder if they'll actually go through and take over all that land, because I cannot believe that we've had 48,000 Marauder fleet power on our doorstep, basically stopping the Abyssal Ascendancy, evangelizing zealots. They have basically stopped these people from coming into our borders. They do say they're isolationist, which means they basically want to be left alone. They really want to be left alone, but I can imagine if we did share a border with them, it would be at least a little bit dangerous. Oh my goodness. So we do have the L gate here. So requires activation by gathering L gate insights. I cannot remember how many we need. Let me just see. Okay, so you're down to 3 wars now. Attacker war exhaustion 100%, 90%, and 94%. Oh, odd top. Just got a commission to write a Viking war march background music. People really do be testing my claim to any genre. Well, I mean, you say you can do any genre, so people are going to take you up on that. So, a galactic market has been established. So, right, let's go policies, economic policy, mixed economy, and we will see how that shakes out in the balance of consumer goods and alloys when it ticks to the next month. Positive on both. That is good. Okay, so positive on both, so that will be good for us. So on top, you think it's fairly straightforward, but dang, yes. Abyssal Ascendancy is no longer a valid rival. Oh, they got smashed. They did get smashed. Toxic Eye, yes, I'd like Mongolian funeral metal, please and thanks.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Okay, so we've got advanced shields. Planetary shield generator could be interesting. And then networked movement. Oh yes, we've seen this one before. Yeah, actually, let's go for that. Hyperdrive 3 will help us move our fleets a bit faster. So are there any places here we can basically slap down some extra food generation? Let's just see. Commercial zones. So yeah, hydroponics farm, approximate job production 18. So we do have 2 free job slots there already. That is the only one that actually has some free things. So we'll do 1 hydroponics farm, and 1 energy grid will produce 11 energy. Whereas this one will produce 23. Yes, we will do that. We have no district slots available here. We need to upgrade our planetary capital unless we want to sacrifice. Replace with a city district and see how that works out. Because then we could maybe get some extra energy there, but honestly, this is all going to require at least a little bit of balancing. So what features do we have here?
Construction complex.
Ah yes, the alien zoo. The alien zoo. And then we'll come over here, build a starbase, and that is the last little bit of space we have available to us. Our governor has developed new skills. Building cost, district cost, and planetary build speed buffs. Okay, has finished converting. Nice, nice, nice. So we did see on the Scalarium, because that was what we were, we saw the bonuses and negatives there. So we've seen the tier 1, so defense platforms and star bases get increased damage, hull points and such. So they do have a reduction in their energy credits, minerals and food, which is why we are giving them 30% of their monthly basic production. We are basically saying that we will give you a bonus to your, or you will be able to focus on building up your armies and such. It will mean that your basic resources will be hampered. However, we will give you 30% of that. So anyway, so they gain technology, FTL inhibition, and they can research star holds and planetary shields as well. Starbase, okay, yep, we've seen those. So Overlord relay network modifier, crime minus 10% and planetary defense armies +2. The Overlord's relay network will project the following effects if connected to the subject's capital. And then shield magnifier, shield hit points +100%. Tier 2 obviously gives more bonuses and negatives to what we've seen. Adds in modular engineering and star fortress to research options. Admirals gain 1 random trait of 3. Get an extra level for your admirals. Transfer admirals with a bulwark trait to the Overlord, and an admiral leader cap +2. And then at level 3, 100% platform damage and hull points, so basically doubling that. Minus 75% platform build cost and upkeep. Plus 75% starbase damage and hull points, and +8 defense platforms. They also get access to research the Citadel technology. Adds a ship design. So all friendly ships in the system gain +2% daily hull regen, +50% ship hull points, and +50% armor hit points. And also a disintegrator field. So hostile ships gain -0.3% hull regen. And if the unyielding tradition tree has been completed, that's an additional -0.2% for a total of -0.5%. So that was, let me just see, that is the whole regen. So ship designer. So that basically for any hostile fleets, once they get that, that will completely negate 1 level of regenerative hull tissue. That will just completely negate all of that. But for now, it is 9:30. I feel like I'm close to kind of crashing out. But so we will save the game there. So we are doing about 35 years. So it's honestly about 10 years per hour that we're doing at the moment. Whether we're going to keep up that pace is another matter. Let me exit to the menu because I can't overly remember what settings I put. So we'll just do a new game. So yeah, we can see here, the United Nations of Earth. So there we go. To get the best introduction to Stellaris, selecting this will start a game immediately, letting you experience everything Stellaris has to offer without having to create an empire from scratch. So I will select this empire, and then we have, okay, mid-game start year 2400, end game 2500, and victory year 2600. So we are getting towards about 25% of the way through this playthrough. So I will put up the, not the stream starting one, the see you next time, because we are going to be finishing up for today. So despite what my schedule says, I realised very, very belatedly that I have some things that I need to do on Saturday, so the stream will not be at 1:30 as it usually is. Instead, it will probably be starting about 5 or 6 p.m. BST, but as per usual, I will announce it on Twitter and in the Discord, so people will get messages pinged in the Discord for when I'm streaming, and if you follow my Twitter, you will also be able to see the go live notification. So we will be doing that, and then continuing Stellaris all through next week, and then on the 31st of May we are going to be jumping in to Crusader Kings 3 with Fate of Iberia and figuring out how we are going to get control of the Iberian Peninsula. So, yeah, thank you very much everyone who's popped in. Thank you for obviously stopping by and chatting. If you've been lurking, that has been absolutely fine as well. I hope you've been enjoying the stream. So I will just exit out of Stellaris, mute my desktop audio while I go and find someone we can go and say hello to. Okay, so I have got a couple of people online. Not 100% sure they are. Okay, we've got Q doing art. So Tim, I think, no, it was Lucas World who was saying about that. Ignore me. Got someone playing Overwatch, and we've got someone playing Naruto to Boruto. But I will go and let me see. So, Dwarf Romantic is an interesting, fun little game. So let me just see if there's anyone interesting around that we can go and say hello to. Okay, they've got a be right back message up, so I'm not 100% sure how long they will be away for. Yeah, let me just have a look to see if there's anyone good. And also I will say, if anyone has any suggestions for someone we can go and raid, then please let me know while I'm just going through and trying to see someone that we can say hello to. Let me have a look at this person. Stardew Valley. Let me just see what they're like. Yep, gonna go and lay down. Yep, no problem, Toxicite. Have a good evening yourself. Okay, I think, yes, I'm going to go and say hello to this person. They seem pretty good. So let me just get the raid up. Okay, maybe not that person. Maybe not. Oh well. Ah, Rimworld. We've got a Red Panda VTuber. Let me have a look at what they are doing. Okay, yeah. Let's go and say hello to someone who's playing Rimworld. Let's go and say hello to someone who's playing Rimworld. So raid. And there we go. Okay, so hopefully people will join me for that. Say hello. And yeah, spread the love, spread the fun. And let's go and raid. Okay, what are we up to now? 57. So 57, we're over halfway there, so we are getting slightly somewhere. Come on, there we go. And we're getting loads and loads of rice shoots as well. That will be beneficial when we get the greenhouse started, because then we'll be able to get ourselves loads and loads and loads of actual rice. We'll need a mill though, which is probably going to require all of the cloth that we've obtained so far. Any more around here? Monster Slayer goal complete. Yes. We did all of the diggers. Unfortunately, I think that just basically gives us a hard hat that has no stats benefits, but we still completed another one. Gosh, not only have I completed 2 monster eradication goals, it's been 2 goals in the same stream. Okay, come on, where are the stairs? Where are the stairs today? Oh, there they are. Two little bugs there. Slime. Did I blow up the stairs? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I know obviously sometimes you can set a bomb down and it will reveal the stairs, but I don't think there's ever been an instance where I've actually blown them up. Alright. There we go. Oh, yes. This is what I want to see. Just look at all of these lovely, lovely squelchy bugs. 74 out of 100. out of 100. I think it may be counting the number of actual bugs you've slaughtered rather than the amount of bug meat you've necessarily got, but I could be wrong on that. earth crystal. And then over here. Oh, okay, wasn't necessarily wanting the stairs that quickly. But we've got them anyway. There's 3 more bugs down here. Any in this little corner? No, okay. So we'll just head straight down the stairs. Okay, slime and stairs there. Okay, nothing up there. Or down there rather. And nothing there. Okay, so next level is level 29. Which means basically we go down, check for any insects. And then if we have enough time, go back and repeat. Red mushroom, not good for eating, but good for 7. Nothing particularly useful here, it looks like. Shame. Game, please don't freeze like that. You scare me when you freeze like that. Okay, I guess back up to level 10. It's only 9:30. And just do this rotation again. What are we on? 79. Gonna go spoil Wally, you don't like grinding bug meat. Yeah, well, hopefully this should be done pretty soon. Like, sooner rather than later. It's just I wasn't expecting it to take quite this long. But the good news is that this actually means we are also grinding for a little bit of money, which means we should be able to get up in the morning, grab ourselves a bunny, and get other things sorted. So it is grinding, but hopefully some necessary grinding. Yeah, one more slime there, and come on, I know there's got to be some more of ya. I know there's got to be. There we go. And it's just basically where you are, because we are not here for there we go. For farming the duggies, we are here for farming the bugs. Okay, 3 more up here. There we go. Okay, it's midnight, right? Okay, so unfortunately we are not quite going to be able to get all of the bug meat that we want today. However, let's head back to the bus stop. Yeah, we'll definitely have enough money to buy a bunny tomorrow. Whether we will have... Okay, we'll still have a bit of time to go and get some more bug meat. We'll also need to check the travelling merchant just to make sure she hasn't got anything. Oh my goodness, we've got another ancient seed. Okay, so anyway, emeralds, cave carrot, the red mushroom, yes. Dwarf scroll only sells for 1 gold, but we'll toss that in there anyway. Broken glasses, amethyst. Yeah, I think we did okay on that. Oh, and earth crystal, we could probably sell a couple of those as well. all of those in. And honestly, we might actually be able to start selling some of these rice shoots. Yeah, 640 gold for all of those available. And then let's just craft that seed into an ancient seed. And put that in as well. So we have standard quartz. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Meant to say hello to the cat. Not turn out the flames. And okay, white algae and the duck egg. There we go. Okay, so fingers crossed. I'm not fainting, don't worry. 767 gold, not quite. Let's just hope we have something harvestable. Don't worry, I'm not going to faint. A queen of sauce, glazed yams. Okay, anything harvestable? Yep, peppercorns. They are worth a load. So down to the travelling merchant, naturally. Got plenty of stuff here that we can harvest. There's an ancient fruit, which we are going to put in immediately to the seed maker. We want to make sure that we have enough of those for when we get the greenhouse. So there we go, that's going to be picked up. That was also gold quality, so it should mean that we get plenty of them. We've got a couple of eggplants we can also put in. Okay, peppercorn is only worth 61 gold. So let's put, yeah, those in. One second, we need this. So can donate 1 prismatic shard. We've got 3 pale ale. How long are these going to take? 1 hour 10 minutes for the octopus roe, so that should get us a bit more money once again. And then, fingers crossed, we'll check the cave for any fruits. Absolutely nothing. We'll go down to the travelling merchant and see what she has after we kind of forgot on Friday. That will be fine. We will be fine. Okay, another little cutscene. So this is Jazz getting lost in the forest. So we'll just go through this one. Here we go. Oh, I got lost in the woods chasing a squirrel. Oh, come on then. We'll take you back to Aunt Marnie's. I forgot someone's birthday? Yeah, probably. I don't remember too well, even though I've got the UI suite thing telling me. Like, oh my goodness, Jazz, are you okay? I was about to go looking for you. Yeah, got lost in the forest. I found her. Okay, all well and good. Yeah, so just basically thankful that Jazz was brought back home safe and sound and nothing too bad happened. But yeah, even though I've got the information up here on the UI suite, like today is Robin's birthday, I do tend to forget. Okay, so what do we have here? Anything good? Thankfully, no. So that means we are going to have plenty of money to get ourselves our first rabbit. And then after that, I think we will probably wrap it up for today once we get onto like the next day. And then we will be resuming on our usual schedule on Thursday. Are these going to have anything good? I doubt it. But we'll just go by and check anyway. Always pays to just have a quick look. 8:50 a.m. Emily is looking for a sandfish. Nope, sorry. Gonna have to be waiting on that one for a while. There we go. And there we go. 8,835 gold. So let's go down and get that rabbit before I spend everything and we have to wait another day. And the other 800 we will use to crack open the geodes. Hopefully we'll find some other stuff that we can donate to the museum. Then we can wrap up the day and hopefully be in a good place to do Thursday's stream. So here we are, Zathona. We have the lovely little rabbits. So it just shows you a standard one with the upright ears, but what one we'll actually get, I mean a rabbit, sorry. So let's say that we'll call this one Zathona. Just checking that that is the correct spelling. So there we go. I'll send little Zathona to our new home right away. Yes, we have ourselves a itty bitty baby rabbit. Unfortunately, no, I don't think I'll be able to feed you carrots. I'm sorry. However, you will get to live in a nice little coop with a couple of other ducks for friends, and you'll be able to venture across the whole farm. So let's just crack open all of these and those. Fight slime, calcite, mudstone. Okay, no, so just the two things that we already had to donate. There we go. So rusty spur is a human thing, so that goes there. And then the prismatic shard goes there. No carrots means no pets for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help it if the game doesn't actually let you feed carrots to the rabbits. Oh no, I didn't want to go to the bus stop. I did want to go to the mines. Yeah, we'll just do a tiny bit more farming for the insects, and then hopefully we'll be able to take all of this lovely bug meat that we've got and give it over to Willy, and then he can give us some recipes for a few things. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I appreciate that mining and grinding for things isn't the most enthralling and appealing part of things, but hopefully the fact that I'm commentating and keeping up with chat makes up for it. So you better be spoiled like Ollie then. You will be, don't worry. You'll be the most spoiled little rabbit around. Just want to check again. So we're at 83. So fingers crossed we'll find something. Let's just have a look to see if there were any bugs down this end. Best stream commentator, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, there's some stairs down here anyway, so we'll just crack that open, get some coal. And who is around here? Oh, one little duggy. Yeah, we need to go into the Adventurers Guild and just check what we get for killing all of those duggies again. Nice little captive bug. Oh. Wasn't quite expecting that hermit crab to be there. And got you. A couple of slimes. Blind bug almost out of complete nowhere. Of course, you're now making me wonder if there is a mod to allow people to give their animals like foods other than hay. Like, for instance, you're saying about giving rabbits some of the cave carrot. Maybe there's a mod to give chickens and ducks some corn. There's like cows and goats. Some like other grains and such. Because it feels a bit strange if no one's done anything like that actually. I mean, even if it's only something that you can necessarily give them as a like treat item. And they still have obviously all of the hay as just their standard food. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a quick look at that after the stream. It definitely feels like something someone should have had an idea to make. 95, we are almost there. So we will know when we hear a little ding that we've completed that quest. It's pretty much the same sound as the monster eradication goals, if I remember. So we definitely will know that. Yeah, you're definitely not going to be fed bug meat. I can assure you of that. You don't have to worry about that. Okay. Unfortunately, rather nothing much here. Aye, this lore recipe better be worth the effort. This lore recipe better be worth it. Okay, so I think that is 98, 99. Oh, no, that was number 100. Okay, well, let's just make it 101. There we go. So we just now need we now just need to place it in the barrel next to Willie's house. That is not the direction the stairs are. That is up here instead. So leave the mines, and we want to take this back to town. So where do we have... Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, we've got plenty of bug meat. We can pretty much do all of that. And we want... Don't have anything there. One is for that one, that one is for that one. So dwarfish helm, we've already donated, so that's going to be 50 gold. I will keep wanting to say 100 because I'm used to the standard game values where it is 100 for every artifact, more or less. But we are running at 50% profit, so we are only getting half of what we should be doing. So this is a little barrel that we need to pop it all into. So there we go. And done. Okay, and Willie is obviously not saying anything about that. 3,000 gold. Okay, I shouldn't have been so worried about having money for our little rabbit. But let's go and actually see our ducks and our new little baby rabbit before we wrap up for the day. And we can see what kind of appearance the little rabbit generated with. So let's just keep going. And let's just pop into the coop and say hello. What did we get? Oh my goodness, we got a little lot bunny. Look at that. We got a little brown lot bunny. Oh, so cute. Hey. Oh, look at you. So adorable. Little fluffy bunny. Little fluffy bunny. You know that you're that adorable. Gosh. Oh, tangentially related is like we do say to Ollie, is like that he's so beautiful and gorgeous, and we do occasionally joke. It's like, yeah, don't tell him that too much; it'll go straight to his head. Like, I'm gorgeous and I know it, kind of thing. I'm gorgeous and I know it. So anyway, let's head to bed. 109 gold just for a couple of those things. And just before we wrap up, I'm just going to have a look to see. We should have gotten the recipe for that quality boba in the mail. Oh, this is Marnie. Trying to train my goats to say hello. They simply won't pay attention to me unless I have their favourite treat, cave carrots. So since I'm scared of the mines, I thought maybe you would bring me a cave carrot when you have the chance. So just swing by my house between 9 AM and 5 PM with a cave carrot. Okay, that is pretty much a standard. Oh, and we got Gunther as well. Oh, good morning, Miss Polytronics. Hope it's not too early. I wanted to stop by and thank you in person for all the wonderful artifacts and minerals you've discovered. I've just received a letter from the Office of the Regional Secretary of Artifacts. We're being honoured with the coveted Golden Shovel Award for our significant contributions to the field, and it's all thanks to you. I also have promising news. The Regional Secretary of Artifacts gave the museum a considerably large donation. You'll be receiving a portion of it in the mail soon. We'll be seeing more of each other soon. Good day, Miss Positronics. Well, that was unexpected. Okay, recipe for Marnie Pale Broth and a thank you letter. Okay, so do we get that recipe just automatically then? Let me have a look. A spinner, trap bobber, cork bobber, just... Yeah, I don't know when we'll actually get that one then. Okay, so anyway, that is pretty much where I'm going to wrap it up for the day. Both in-game and on stream. So let me just exit to the title. And... oh my goodness, I didn't realise it was almost 10 PM. Whoops. Yeah, unfortunately, even if I wanted to stream a little bit longer, I do have, like, other responsibilities. So let me see who is around that we can go and raid. Advert will start. No, thank you. I'll snooze that for a tiny bit. Major time difference. What time is it where you are then? If it's just coming up to 10 PM for me. But yeah, so unfortunately, even if I wanted to stream for a bit longer, I don't really have the time to do so. 4:57 PM. Okay, so you're roughly East Coast Americas then. Right, so let me have a look because there are a couple of people around that we can go and raid. Let me just see how they're doing. So we've got one person is doing the Sims, or they were doing the Sims 4. They've just moved over to just chatting. Let me just pop into their stream. I'll just mute things. Mute the desktop audio and see you next time. I'll just pop over to that one just so we don't have people coming in and being a bit disappointed that things are going to be ending. Okay, yeah, I think we will go and raid this person. Yeah, no problem. Actually, speaking of, I do have him on a couple of my emotes, so that's one of them. You can just about see him there. But anyway, let's go and raid someone called Marzi. So there we go. Channel is intended for mature audiences, but that is just a general thing. Let me just get that set up. So yes, thank you everyone who's popped into the stream. Have a look in, have a chat. Thank you, Zasona, for also popping in and having a good discussion. Hope you had a good afternoon in the stream. So we'll just go over and say hello to Marzi. I'm going to have to head off myself in a second, but feel free to go and say hello to her. Check out some of her streams. And hopefully I will see people next time. Thank you very much. See you soon.